Yeah. Mm. Hi everyone. I'm Liam Cody, and this is about my respect. Well, not respect, but this is um what I'm talking about now. With since it being Pride Month, I am going to be talking all about what my coming out story really is like, and that some of the things that I've been through, even though they were okay or not, since I've actually been through them, there are things I probably should properly explain. Because really, how I really realized that I was, gay to begin with was really more so to do with the fact that back when I was in national school, when I was only a child, like, I kind of had this sense of having hidden love for pretty much all guys. But there were two guys that I'm not going to mention, but that I actually either gotten too personal with that got me into trouble, or to me actually having the sense of having empathy. But since I wasn't able to identify it back then, it's only now that I kind of more or less am actually um 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 identifying it as that really. So I am. So in ways I'm kind of also um explaining a bit about um well there's those things, but there's also the fact that there was a day when I was in national school where, well, um, well, not national school, when I was in secondary school, there was a specific moment on a school trip that was totally inappropriate on a school trip in your mind. Um, I actually had um influenced peer sex of the same gender. Even though it was inappropriate, but it's one of the moments that will go down in history of me being proud of me really being proud of myself and really uh, um, um loving myself for doing that really, even though it was so inappropriately wrong on a school trip. And for a fun fact of that as well, it was around the same time or the same year that the movie Pan was out as well. But we actually got to see that in on the cruise ship. So we did that we were on to or from Wales. Yeah. So in Wales. So after that there was the fact that I had, well, since then I've actually had feelings more or less for guys than females, which um um the first guy that I actually had feelings for in in high school was really a friend that had feelings, but for one of my other friends, which was a female, that I was sitting on the bench beside both of them, and they were both making out, which made me feel so uncomfortable. So it did. But that was actually a sign that I was actually jealous. But I wasn't really jealous of the female. I'm jealous of the guy that was making out with her. Hmm, yeah. And that's kind of really my coming coming out story, my gay coming out story really sort of is. Yeah. And of course, I honestly would say that um that it's not we on the topic of Pride Month, but at the same time talking about relationships in general. Well, being in a toxic relationship is not worth it to begin with, so it's not. It's better to be in a healthy long term friendship to relationship, from the ups, the downs, and even of the times that you would just feel where you would feel so vulnerable or so prone to having a lot of like things coming up in your own development of things that you're going through yourself. But a lot of what I'm saying as well is that from the fact that I was once famous myself, I also had those same feelings that I had for guys in my life. Well, that was either in school with me. I also had those types of feelings, like sexual feelings, for famous child stars as well, which I actually had very much of the similar feelings for as I grew up. And the fact that even celebrities are now coming are creating video or really coming out of a lot of the things that they've been through by putting them into live streams. Well, on that as well, like I totally understand what they've gone through because of the fact that I've been through some of the similar things that they've been through. So I have. But of course, by saying that, I would mean that I have been through things that are like what they've been through, but in the sense of them um like actually being more related towards swimming, really. And really, there's actually more pressure put on an awful lot of people nowadays, and even years ago as well, that nobody should have, especially on children. And as well, another thing as well, same sex should be taught in schools so that children would not end up questioning themselves when they become teenagers, which that's what I've actually been through, because the thing that really the things that more or less comfort me was the things I've actually watched on a screen, really, especially like scenes from sitcoms or movies where people came out as whatever, and you know and even though it is a bit different, come out saying that you're transgender or gay, well, really, that's totally normal, so it is. And as well, like, it's also a lot better to be more open to being vulnerable um at times, but um not 24/7, really. But on another side note of that is that it's also wrong to be um hiding anything or to be bottling anything up inside. That is so wrong. So it is. And that I'm not just saying that, I've actually lived that. So I have. Bit like the way that I've actually lived actually having sexual feelings for pretty much all guys. And that I do find myself more attracted to guys anyway. Yeah. And there's also the fact that I am just so frustrated towards a lot of the things that I've either once been like, um, because of the fact that so many people have been through them or are going through them now. But like for say if I for say for instance if I take um well I'm not gonna mention any names or anything like that, but like anyone that has had a toxicated childhood or that has their childhood just taken away from them, that itself is wrong. So it is. Because if you do become famous, the right thing to do is to wait till your late teen years. So it is. Mm, yeah. Because then it'll be easier to, because that way it'll be easier for you to really handle a lot of the things that it can bring, as well. Which as it does state in the song Lonely, um by Justin Bieber and all, um it well the words in that song kind of more or less does describes a lot about what childhood fame really is like. And there's also another song as well that I should mention, which is I want to be a child star from ex-girlfriends as well. Those songs are actually based around the whole realization of what childhood stardom is actually like. You know, yeah. And the whole world of what I've actually been through are things that um are things that most people or some people have been through, but it's not right to be blaming, shaming, or making anyone feel bad about themselves. That's not really the way of the whole point of living. And I'm pretty sure that anyone that really goes against a lot of anything that I'm saying, that is their own um opinion or response or reaction. But at the same time, I know that I'm right, regardless of what anyone says, comments, or reacts or responds as well. You know, and as well, it is much better to be more or less like the person that I actually am like myself, or in the case of what people should be like, really. Because even this thing of having more than one personality, that is not right under any circumstances. So it's not, and that's the thing that I actually have lived through as well. Which anything that's another thing as well, anything that's emotionally um ex- anything that's to do with expression of feeling or emotions, that is all new to me since when I was younger I wasn't really able to identify what I was actually feeling, which um children should be allowed to feel, so they should, which for me that didn't actually happen. So it didn't. That's why I'm having an awful lot of emotions really coming out of me since um 2019. And it's that is it itself is what started me starting to really doubt myself as well, which is a thing that I have been through. And I know that I specifically stated that this video is basically only to do with all things pride or to do with coming out and all. But really, it's also about a lot of the things that I really am opening up more about now in my life. Really, that it's not really right to be shaming, blaming, or setting any sort of negativity on anyone, because all of that is so wrong. So so all of that really is unacceptable. So it is, and as well, from everything that I would know myself, is actually all things that I've actually had hidden in or bottled up for years that I wasn't really able to express till very recently. Never mind. So, and the time when I started to, like wear nail polish and lipstick and all, not so long ago, well, which was actually last year to be exact, but well, exact, and that really showed me the closure. Well, not closure exactly, but like that gave me the whole sense of really being more comfortable with who I am, and that really comes to a really good valuable point as well because of the fact that you really should not be uncomfortable in every situation that you're in. Because you should always be comfortable in any situation that you're in, really. Which I have not even I haven't even once been comfortable in anything that I actually have been through in my life. And that is a piece of information that I am putting out there in my mind. And this is me signing off. Peace.